Death is a mystery. Is it the end, or a transition to another realm? Can our consciousness survive the death of the physical body? Let's embark on a fascinating exploration of the possibility of an afterlife, one of humanity's most profound and enduring mysteries. From the ancient pyramids of Egypt to modern neuroscience labs, from the personal testimonies of near-death experiencers to the philosophical reflections of great thinkers, our journey will be wide-ranging.
Since the dawn of civilization, humans have sought to understand death and the possibility of an afterlife. For example, the ancient Egyptians are well known for their belief in the afterlife, as evidenced by their elaborate burial rituals and mummification practices. In ancient China, ancestor worship was central, with offerings and rituals performed to honor ancestors and seek their guidance and protection. It's similar to our ancestral rites in Korea. Throughout history and across various cultures, the concept of the afterlife has taken many forms, reflecting a wide range of beliefs, values, and spiritual traditions. In Hinduism and Buddhism, reincarnation is a core tenet, with the soul reborn into multiple lives, influenced by karma. Abrahamic religions such as Judaism, Christianity, and Islam generally believe in an afterlife following a final judgment, emphasizing faith and righteous living.
In the 20th century, increased reports of near-death experiences, NDEs, renewed interest in the afterlife.
Commonly reported elements in NDEs include overwhelming peace, an out-of-body sensation, a journey through a tunnel towards a bright light, and encounters with deceased loved ones.
Researchers like Dr. Raymond Moody popularized the term near-death experience and identified common themes and patterns in these experiences.
Near-death experiences often have profound and lasting effects, with many people reporting reduced fear of death and increased spirituality.
However, these experiences have also generated controversy, with some scientists arguing that NDEs can be explained by physiological changes in the brain.
Despite the ongoing debate, NDEs continue to fascinate and intrigue us, raising fundamental questions about the nature of consciousness and the possibility of an afterlife.
While NDEs are often perceived from a spiritual perspective, the scientific community focuses on understanding the biological mechanisms at play. One theory suggests that oxygen deprivation during cardiac arrest can lead to a surge in neural activity, causing hallucinations and out-of-body sensations. Another hypothesis points to the role of neurochemicals like endorphins and DMT, released in large quantities during stressful situations, inducing altered states of consciousness. Despite scientific inquiry, NDEs continue to challenge our understanding of consciousness and the brain. Some NDEs report verifiable perceptions, claiming to have witnessed events or accessed information that would not have been accessible through ordinary sensory means. The transformative effects of NDEs, such as increased altruism and decreased fear of death, suggest profound psychological and spiritual implications that go beyond mere physiological events.
Beyond the material, consciousness and transcendence are concepts that have captivated humanity for centuries. Many spiritual traditions posit the existence of a soul, separate from the physical body, capable of surviving physical death. From this perspective, NDEs offer a glimpse into the soul's journey, providing a taste of the transcendent realms that may await us after death. It feels similar to the shamanic experience of spirit possession. Beyond the question of whether an afterlife exists, NDEs invite us to consider their impact on our understanding of life, death, and the meaning of our existence. The profound peace and interconnectedness reported by many NDEs often leads to a decreased fear of death and a greater appreciation for life. Like the saying, life is full of ups and downs, it makes us rethink the value of life. Ultimately, NDEs encourage us to live more consciously, connect with our deepest values, and embrace the interconnectedness of all things.
Part 1. The Afterlife in Human History. The human fascination with the afterlife transcends geographical boundaries and cultural differences. This topic is a universal human concern, spanning all cultures and eras. Throughout history, societies worldwide have developed unique ways of conceptualizing death and the possibility of existence beyond the realm of mortality. These are deeply rooted in each culture's unique beliefs and traditions. Often intertwined with religious beliefs, social customs, and ancestral traditions, these cultural interpretations offer a glimpse into the diverse ways humans have grappled with the profound mysteries of life and death. This provides a deep understanding of human existence and identity. The vibrant celebration of Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead in Mexico, is a prime example of a culture that embraces death not as an ending, but as a continuation of life in another form. This festival diminishes the fear of death and blurs the lines between life and death. Families gather to honor their deceased loved ones with offerings of food, drink, and vibrant decorations, blurring the lines between the living and the dead in a joyous celebration of remembrance. This makes death no longer something to be feared, but a natural continuation of life. This celebratory approach to death reflects the belief that the spirits of the deceased remain present in the lives of their families. It strengthens family bonds and maintains a connection with loved ones even after death. In Japan, the ancient tradition of Obon, a Buddhist custom honoring the spirits of one's ancestors, involves rituals and offerings to guide the deceased as they are believed to return to the realm of the living for a brief visit with their families. This tradition plays a vital role in maintaining a spiritual connection with ancestors. Special lanterns are lit to guide the spirits home, and dance and music fill the air as communities come together to pay their respects and seek the blessings of their ancestors. This strengthens community bonds and is an important event commemorating the spiritual connection with ancestors. This tradition reflects a deep reverence for the spirits of ancestors and the belief in their continued presence in the lives of their descendants. It's much like our Chuseok holiday in Korea. This is an important opportunity to maintain a connection with ancestors and honor their wisdom and blessings. From the mummification practices of ancient Egypt to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, which details the journey of the soul after death, cultures around the world have developed elaborate rituals and beliefs surrounding death and the afterlife. These rituals and beliefs are deeply ingrained in the identity and history of each culture. Passed down through generations, these customs provide a sense of continuity, comfort, and connection to the past, offering solace in the face of loss and uncertainty. This plays a vital role in how humans understand and accept the cycle of life and death.
Part 2. Psychological Comfort and Existential Seeking. The human preoccupation with the afterlife, extending beyond cultural and religious traditions, suggests a deeper psychological need to make sense of death and find meaning in the face of our own mortality. This preoccupation goes beyond mere curiosity, reflecting humanity's innate desire to transcend its own existence. Belief in an afterlife, whether rooted in religious faith or personal conviction, can offer hope, comfort, and a sense of purpose, especially during times of grief, loss, or existential questioning. These beliefs provide mental support and stability during difficult times in life, instilling new hope in people. For some, belief in an afterlife provides solace by mitigating the fear of death and offering the assurance that consciousness persists beyond the physical body. This allows people to endure the uncertainties of life through the idea that death is not the end, but a new beginning. The prospect of reuniting with deceased loved ones, experiencing a higher state of being, or continuing to learn and grow in another realm can offer comfort and hope, especially when confronted with our own mortality. This prospect helps us rediscover the meaning of life and set new goals. Furthermore, belief in an afterlife can serve as a powerful motivator for moral behavior and a sense of accountability for one's actions in life. This encourages people to live better lives and strive to create a better world. For example, the concept of karma suggests that our actions have consequences that extend beyond our earthly existence, encouraging a focus on ethical conduct and spiritual growth. This leads people to think more deeply about their actions and make better choices. Belief in a final judgment or a system of rewards and punishments in the afterlife can also influence moral decision-making and shape one's values and priorities. These beliefs encourage people to strive to make their lives more meaningful. From a psychological perspective, the search for meaning and purpose is a fundamental aspect of human existence. This allows people to understand their lives more deeply and move in a better direction. Belief in an afterlife, regardless of its specific form, can provide a framework for understanding our place in the universe, finding meaning in suffering, and coping with the existential anxieties that arise when contemplating the finite nature of our physical lives. This allows people to understand their lives more deeply and move in a better direction. Whether viewed as a source of comfort, a motivator for ethical behavior, or a catalyst for spiritual exploration, belief in an afterlife reflects humanity's enduring quest to transcend the limitations of mortal existence and embrace the possibility of something greater than ourselves. This allows people to understand their lives more deeply and move in a better direction. Part 1. The Unknowable Horizon. Our exploration of the afterlife has taken us across continents and millennia, from ancient burial rituals to modern neuroscience labs. This journey demonstrates how long humanity has been striving to find answers about life after death. We've examined the compelling testimonies of near-death experiencers, striving to understand what their experiences tell us. We delved into the scientific quest to understand the brain's role in these extraordinary events, and research continues into how the brain creates these experiences. We've considered philosophical and spiritual interpretations that address the nature of consciousness and the possibility of realms beyond material perception. These interpretations offer us deeper insights, yet, the question of what truly lies beyond the veil of death remains unanswered, a mystery that continues to captivate the human imagination. This mystery evokes constant curiosity in us. Perhaps the afterlife, by its very nature, defies our attempts at definitive understanding. This reminds us of the limits of our knowledge. Bound by the limitations of our earthly experience, our language may be inadequate to describe realms that transcend the boundaries of time and space as we know them. This illustrates the limitations of the language we use. Like trying to capture the vastness of the ocean in a teacup, our efforts to define and categorize the afterlife may be constrained by the very nature of our finite existence. This represents the limitations of the tools we have. However, the inability to definitively prove or disprove the existence of an afterlife does not diminish the significance of our exploration. Rather, it makes our quest even more meaningful. The very act of contemplating what lies beyond death invites us to re-examine the meaning of our present lives. This allows us to understand our current lives more deeply. It compels us to confront our own mortality, cherish our relationships, and reflect more deeply on our lives. It encourages us to live with greater purpose, compassion, and awareness. This motivates us to live better lives. The mystery of the afterlife can be not a source of fear or despair, but a catalyst for personal growth, spiritual exploration, and a deeper appreciation for the preciousness of life. This makes us appreciate life more deeply. As we stand at the edge of the unknown, gazing at the horizon of our mortal existence, we come to realize that the human spirit yearns for understanding, connection, and transcendence. This makes our souls seek something greater. The quest to unravel the mysteries of the afterlife is ultimately a quest to find meaning in the face of the unknown, to understand ourselves more deeply, to embrace the possibility of something greater than ourselves, and this makes us pursue a greater purpose. It reflects our innate desire to find solace in the enduring power of hope, love, and the interconnectedness of all things. This makes us understand each other more deeply. The journey itself, with its inherent uncertainties and profound questions, can be just as meaningful as the destination we seek. This allows us to understand the journey more deeply.